Looking at this guy, I'm going to fire a couple at
you.
All right, Paul. Talk a little bit about what's going to happen here in a couple months. And again, this is going to be playing right before the event, so don't date it too much. But Circus Trains, what's it all about?
Well, it's inspired by the fact that around the turn of the 19th century, the circuses primarily traveled by rail. And we recreate that, the wagons and big tops and the flat cars and the animal cars and everything that went into getting the circus from place to place. And of course, once they got to the rail yard, then they would put together a parade and they would go through town getting everybody all worked up and going out to the parade grounds, and then they would set up the big tops. And that was about as much of the advertising as they could do, because they'd have the whole town all worked up. And we're recreating that. They haven't moved trains in this way for quite some time, except for the one that they have at Baraboo, Wisconsin, that goes to Milwaukee once a year. And that recreates it. The Circus World Museum has all those cars on display.
Nice. Paul, amongst your collection, obviously, you've got, talk a little bit about your actual collection of O-scale circus trains and some of the stuff you brought with today.
Well, it started out kind of innocently. I went to Circus World Museum and already modeling trains. I liked the wagons and flat cars, so I built one. And then I built another, and we brought it down here and run it, and to watch the kids' eyes light up, young and old, it just kind of kept going. And what started out a couple of cars is now 14 flat cars and another 14 or 15 other cars. And by October, who's to say how many more cars will be in that train?
Tell me a little bit about your passion for doing this hobby. I mean, how long you've been doing it, and tie that into it.
Well, model railroading, I was introduced to that when I was about 6 years old with an electric train set that my dad did most of the setting up and everything, and then it just continued to grow. And belonging to a museum, you learn a lot from the old timers, and then you start building your own stuff, which is really satisfying. And then what really makes it satisfying is bringing it down and sharing it with the people that come down here. And I think they really appreciate what we've done, and brings back a bit of history.
And what could be better for a kid than circuses and trains combined into one magical afternoon? Tell me about that a little bit. I mean, what gets better?
Don't get any better than that. No, I think we're going to have the circus model builders are bringing modelers in from, I believe, 9 different states. Those that'll be able to make it are going to bring things that they've created. It's going to be like nothing that's been in the state of Minnesota. I think 20 years ago we had a gathering like this. It was phenomenal, some of the workmanship that these people do, and each one is an expert in their own field. And to get all these people together at one time, it's if you're going to miss this or the state fair will be here next year.
Okay. Anything you think of?
No. That was wonderful. You put the chalk on the way you want it. If you don't like it, you wash it off.
You resale value the cars down then?
Depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Okay?
I would like to buy something like that.
To some people, it brings the value down. There's a guy that sells them on eBay, and for a $40 car, he gets about $100.
Really?
And to some people, they say, I'm going to give you 10 cents for that car because you're running it.
Yeah. I would do it with just a select. A lot of the wood sign. I mean, it looks so nice at St. Louis. No, you're good. Run around there.
What I would do is we'll run the train through on this track, and then I'll be loading stuff on these cars here. And this is my best side.
The back of the head. Mine too.
There's nothing back there.
You know what my best side is? Trains. Kind of mess around with it too. Maybe pull the other one off. But
get some more car wagons if you want.
No, that's okay. No, take them out of the box and put them on them. Now we got the main part of the train. Nice. Perfect.
Scale 120 miles an hour. These things are going about maybe 40 miles an hour. Well, yeah, 30 to 40 miles an hour.
So you run the Hiawatha fast on there? Once in a while.
They've had it going at scale 400 before.
I think it was 1988. The man that owned it wanted to see what the train could do in a year. Now, these figures are not factual, okay? But he had that thing running every single day we were open. Every hour we were. There were photos.
Yeah.
And it tells you to time a particular train, how many seconds it takes to go around. Okay? And then it takes a minute, I'm making this up.
Yeah, right.
It takes a minute, 20 seconds, it's doing 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, they got the.
read the chart. Oops, I just hit the button. Whoops.
You're
Anyway,
supposed to
that
do
will tell
that.
you how fast the trains are going.
Look,
Hey, let's drive that one through again, the town. That's a good idea, though.
Okay.
That was your best idea yet.
Okay.
So it circles around, right?
Yeah. Can you view the crossing arm? Can you do?
Is it
Can
gonna
you
go
do me a
down, though?
favor? Can you push that button?
sure.
There it is. Nice.
Oh, look at it lean.
Okay, now if you want this train.
Yeah, hang on a second. I want to get this one receding.
Going around like this?
Neat angle it in here.
So what are you making your video for then?
In mid-October, the Circus Models, which is in this room, building is going to be filled with models of the big top, all the different things. Model trains, big top, everything.
Okay, that's in mid-October?
It's mid-October. We did that 20 years ago and had 5,000 people come.
Okay.
So we're doing a show. And go for it.
Maybe you guys want to come up in mid-October. Will you be running it
Well, I
on
wanna-
weekends?
Okay, on weathering the best way to weather some cars, the box cars, and there used to be that spray stuff that was. Here, kick it again.
Your chalk is the best thing to use.
Really?
And then you put dull coat over it.
And then you put what over it?
I think it's called dull coat.
And that's like a sealant.
Yeah, clear.
You just paint the Velcro on it, or is it a spray?
Spray.
Okay.